Hello everyone!
I'm Max from Canada.
I'm Susie from Thailand.
We are a married couple living in Thailand with our 12 dogs. We also have a Buy Me a Coffee channel membership if you want to support our channel.
Yes!
Let's get
Let's
started.
get started. 10 facts about Epic Empire.
It's live action role playing.
Oh yeah?
You'll see, you'll
no
understand.
LARP is a badass hobby of hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. It's basically like playing video games, but in real life. Today, I'll show you a LARP event that makes you feel like you are
That means you
right
can,
inside
like,
of a movie.
cosplay?
Hey, I'm Sonia, and here
but
are 10 facts
instead
about
of being for anime, it's for,
Real.
well, real, yes, but a different style, like more medieval style.
Epic Empires.
Oh, you like it?
The event is held at the Utopion Bexbach campground in the west of Germany, not far from the border to France. It's a beautiful and huge LARP site
Took like
with more
Age
than
of Empire
160
civilization.
hectares of woods, meadows and hills you can play on. It
Wow.
usually happens every year at the end of August for about 5 days. Epic Empires is the third biggest LARP event in Germany with around 1,200 people attending.
Wow.
Most of these
wow.
LARPers come from all over Germany and some neighboring European countries. So the main language is German. But people are very welcoming and they will switch to English for you. There is one big difference
Oh.
to most LARP events though. At Epic Empires, you have to be at least 18 years old to attend. Children and people underage
makes
are
sense.
not allowed.
I mean,
The reason is simple. Epic Empires is all about full and deep immersion into a fantastic world. And that might include role-playing intense conflicts, experiencing scenes of violence, or playing with the concept of sexuality. If you get easily triggered by such topics, this event might not be for you. So to make it as safe as
Whoa.
possible for everyone, Epic Empires is strictly for adults that are legally capable of full self-responsibility.
Oh.
And of course, everyone takes care of each other.
Okay.
It's a medieval fantasy setting with a wild mix of high and low fantasy. There are characters from the Warhammer Fantasy universe, mixed with historically inspired characters. And you can also see orcs and elves that would fit perfectly into a Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh my god.
The concept of this LARP event is player versus player. And the camps really
PvP.
take that seriously. You don't just go into another camp like that. There will be guards, and they will try to take you down if you have evil in mind. So your LARP character would probably pay with their life for such a careless act. This setting is awesome if you like the thrill that your next enemy might be just around the corner. And of course, it's also great for diplomatic roleplay. Your character can achieve a lot in this world if they are good with words, with political strategies, or if they have just a big bag of coins. The
Always wanted to
Lizards
do
are the
something like
native
this.
inhabitants of the fantastic world of Epic Empires. Once
Lizard.
upon a time, their gods fought a violent war and almost destroyed the world. That is why the Lizard decided to overpower their own gods and lock them into prisons. And now, you have the chance to influence this world with your own actions. May it be through politics, adventurous
Oh, no,
quests,
God, no.
magical rituals, or through combat on the battlefield.
yeah, it's a
Most-
full immersion story.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you just said that most of the plot is generated by the player. They will like decide together as the storytelling, or maybe the storytelling will evolve in real time, like improv in real time. Like you decide where the story goes.
Of the
Oh,
plot
that
of
mean
this
I'm not
LARP
gonna be
event
able to
is
fit
generated
because
by
I
the
don't know
players
anything.
themselves.
You can
So
make
you
it.
really have
Okay.
a big influence on how the story of Epic Empires evolves. In LARP, it's all about roleplay. You create your own fantasy character
Damn,
and then you
she's
stay in
real.
that role for the entire
She's real.
event. At Epic Empires, this is taken very seriously.
You're like an
You
actor.
really
play the role
commit
of
to
the
your
character.
role and never break character during the event. But where are the limits, you might ask? If this is fantasy and I can create whatever I want, Are there still rules? Yes. And in the case of Epic Empires, the rules are very simple. Your LARP character can only do what you can realistically portray. So, your character can't fly unless you can realistically portray that. And if you want to use magic, for example, you do that by using realistic effects such as light or smoke. And if you want to play a thief, you can absolutely do that. Just stick to the rules and only steal these marked red bags. You might find them tied to somebody's belt when you walk around the beautiful city at Epic Empires. In battle, you count the times you get hit, and it depends on your armor and your experience how many hits you can take before the character is critically wounded. At Epic Empires, the focus is not on winning at all costs. It's much more important to have a great roleplay experience, even in battle. That's why the camps actually rate each other at the end of each event. Whoever has put the most into creating a great overall atmosphere and immersive roleplay wins the so-called B-Note. After all, it's so boring when everyone is an invincible hero of badassdom. It's much more fun for everyone if you also give someone else a hero moment. That's a sign of true self-confidence, and also one for good roleplay in LARP. That being said, Epic Empires also allows full contact battle, if both parties agree to it. It's the so-called aufs Maul rule, which basically means in your face. If both parties signal their consent, you can go into full in-fight mode. If you want to know more about the rules, there's a full rulebook online of the Epic Empires homepage, even in English.
It's very serious.
At Epic Empires, there are more than 12 camps you can choose from. Since it's
12.
simply impossible to introduce you to every single one of them, here's a look at a few great examples. The Orc camp is
When I was playing World of Warcraft, I was playing the Orc.
built
you're gonna
into
go
a
there?
natural quarry and surrounded by high stone
They're
walls.
usually big and buffy.
Skulls and bones warn the visitors to be extremely careful with these dark creatures. The
can I see?
Elven camp
That's
is
your
the
camp,
polar
maybe.
opposite.
No way.
Elegant
magic.
palisades are built
cannot
right
sleep
into
though, I
the
saw
woods.
that.
You will walk on freshly cleaned forest paths.
What team
you will
you gonna be?
marvel at elven art,
true.
and you can even
I
climb
like the
these
magic,
platforms
but
right
I'm
into
also
the
scared.
treetops.
This is opposite.
Off we go to the camp of the Norsemen. This is the Norrelak. It's another great example that everything at Epic Empires is built to be fully immersive. People even do everyday tasks in-game. At Norrelak, you
I'm
really
gonna go
feel
for
like you are surrounded by Vikings and Norsemen. But you can also choose to go to the dark side. What an impressive palisade, right? Covered in hundreds of skulls, you know right away to be fearful of these people. Welcome to the Chaos Camp. If you know Warhammer Fantasy, you know that this is the realm of dark rituals,
Too scary for
evil
you.
politics,
Yeah.
and bloodthirsty battles.
Ugh.
And then here is a great example of a more historically inspired low fantasy camp. Welcome to the Pilgrims Camp. You can see colorful
Pilgrims
palisades
Camp.
with high watchtowers and soldiers marching side by side with long pole arms in their hands. The Pilgrims Camp really looks like it's set right in the late European Middle Ages between the 13th and the 16th century. And these are just a few examples of the diverse camps you can be a part of at Epic Empires. All of them have wonderfully decorated campsites and are a pleasure to look at. You won't see a single plastic chair or any mobile phones. For these 5 days, you really live in a medieval fantasy world.
Yeah, everything looked realistic.
Every camp is completely self-organized and has between 50 and 150 members. If you want to be a part of a camp, you need to apply first. And that's how we get to our next point. For most LARP events, you can simply buy a ticket and go to the event. That's different for Epic Empires. In order to visit this LARP, you need to choose a camp and then apply for it with a photo and a concept of your character.
Yeah, this is like the World Cup of event, right? You need to make sure when you go to this one in particular that like you're not gonna like you're not a troll. You're gonna be there, gonna play your character. They will ask you like what your character is, what your plan is, and they want to make sure that like you're a good fit for the team, and that everyone is gonna play their role, and it's gonna be like a really real life event that's gonna be amazing for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accept your application, you will be able to attend. That's important for two reasons to them. First of all, your concept and your costume need to fit the respective theme of the camp. So, if you want to be a part of the antique camp, for example, your character needs to fit into the world of the old Romans or Greeks. The entire plot of this LARP event only makes sense if your character really fits the theme. The second reason is that Epic Empires wants to create a super immersive experience. The goal is that everyone really feels like they are in an actual fantastic world for 5 days. The outfits are as much a part of that as the decoration of your camp. So it needs to be so
You would like this.
realistic
I
and
like
well
to trade
done
stuff like
that it
Yeah.
adds to
But
the
I don't think I'm gonna
immersion
go
for
fight, though.
everyone. That doesn't
You
mean
don't
you
have
need
to.
to have a super
I'm gonna
expensive
cook in
outfit,
game.
however.
Yeah, you
I
can,
want to be like this.
you can be a healer or a cook, or Suji is very good doing everything with her hand around the house. She's the best. And now he's gonna dress sexy and everything for a character.
Sexy?
I don't know. Like you want to be an elf, right? You can be a sexy elf maybe. You can charm people with your...
Wait, are they allow Asian?
Yes, of course they allow Asian. You can charm people with your look and cast a spell that's gonna be your power. Like you can hypnotize people. It's gonna be your spell with the beauty.
A simple but well-executed
realistic.
costume
I've
is
seen that in
absolutely
the-
enough. Basically, don't look like this and wear your 90s LARP pirate shirt, cheap plastic fabrics and old hiking boots. Instead, use good basics in fitting colors and most importantly, in-game shoes. Yes, in-game shoes. Or
In-game
perfectly covered up out-game shoes might be the most outstanding difference to your average LARP game.
Are you guys
But don't
shower?
worry, the camps are really helpful and open-minded. They will support you with
Sometime, I
tips
guess.
and tricks for easy improvements if necessary. And they will make sure you will feel right at home when you attend. The Orc Camp even offers an Orc apprenticeship at Epic Empires. If you have always wanted to know if this roleplay is for you, you can be an Orc for a day. They will lend you a costume and guide you around.
Oh, okay.
Once your application was successful, you can purchase your tickets directly through your respective camp. Depending on when you book, the prices are between 130 and 180 euro for the 5-day event.
Not a
Epic
lot.
Empires
No, it's not a
is
lot.
completely organized by volunteers. They are part of a non-profit association, and so the money from the tickets goes entirely back into the event.
Makes sense.
Yes, there are decent sanitary facilities at Epic
You have to
Empires.
opt
You will find hot
Okay.
showers on 2 locations and mobile toilets on at
Oh,
least
wow.
3 locations of the campsite. Be prepared to walk a little because the
You need to
campsite
find
is
them.
really big. You will also find the paramedics adjacent to the shower containers. They can help you with any health issues. In
That's
terms
nice.
of merchants, there are only a few in the town center that sell meat or time in a hot tub. In general, you need to bring your own food and drinks to Epic Empires. And people really take their
Of
time
course,
to
yeah, right?
cook and
Gotta
even
cook
bake
too.
in-game. I have
Yeah.
seen some beautiful historical ovens and cooking stations over open fire. It absolutely adds to the immersive atmosphere.
I know this look like it is like we don't react too much with this because we have Suji have all of that behind the house. Things that look like this. She cook old style already, so she would fit with that.
Yes.
So make sure to bring your own supplies. If you want more information, visit epic-empires.de and make
Oh.
sure to check.
I was not talking too much. I was focusing on what she was saying. I was paying attention too close to what she was saying.
It's really interesting. I mean, it's not just a game. I feel like if you feel like want to clean your mind, you also like should go there. It's like going camping too.
Yeah, in Thailand you go to the monk for a week, right? And you do
Yeah.
nothing with no social media. It's for that, but for medieval. I
Yeah.
like the comparison you're making because they have something similar in Thailand, but it's more like you go to a monk and you have your out of body experience with the monk for like a week in complete retreat, and it's feel like a retreat. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm also curious, like, because when you play the game too, you bring yourself into the game and you feel like you wanna want to kill for real, you know? Do you
Really?
ever feel like that?
No.
Yes!
Well, you play a character. It's just that you the goal is not to win. The goal is to be the best version of your character that you can be. Like even like sometime when you die in the game, if you die elegantly, like that's positive because your player character, like you have a good death, you play the character to the full potential, you know.
Yeah. But then a lot of people, right? So you cannot control everyone. Like this one, he want to defeat the other one, but then he lost, thing like that, and then he feel like he need revenge. And
Yeah,
then, like,
but that's-
are they gonna be in the real fight for
That's
real?
why they want to make sure that they found the right people, because they want to make sure that you're there because you want to have the best character. You want to play your character and have the best experience. And sometimes your character, it's not going to be about the win at the end for your character. You know, your character is going to have a fantastic death or something. And
Okay.
it's not about winning. I don't think there's a winner at the end.
So
It's more like the experience of the...
it is safe.
Yeah, I think it's safe. You're fine. Yeah, I think you're a woman, so you're a little bit stressed, I guess.
Well,
but...
first I need to like find the money to buy the ticket for to go to Germany.
We have to go to Germany first. Yeah. Well, tell us more. I know Suji would love it. Suji it would be easier for her than for me to integrate because Suji can do everything.
Oh,
on
you're gonna
herself.
go in the soldier? You're gonna be the soldier.
Oh, no,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
cook at home.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Please suggest us more and see you very soon.